check. Hello everyone, today's video is a comparison between the Cessna 172 and the Piper Warrior, both single-engine planes that I use to do my flight training here in Canada. I already did a video review for both planes, Cessna 172 and the Piper Warrior. I'll link both videos down in the description, so if you want to learn more about each of the planes, the link is down there. You can watch that video and then come back here for this comparison. I'm not really gonna get into details about either of the planes. I'm just gonna talk about the things that are different in between them, just to compare, talk about the differences and which one you should fly while doing your training. I was lucky that Canadian Aviation College has both the Cessna and the Piper, so I could try both of them while getting my PPL and my CPL. The plane everyone uses the most in the school is the Cessna 172. I think we have 7 or 8 of those. And we only have one Piper Warrior. And the reason behind that is because for the flight test, we need to do spins. My friend Eric got me this Lego plane, and this is the plane I'm gonna use for every video if I have to explain an air maneuver. So a spin is basically when you stall the plane. Maybe you're in a climb turn, and then the outer wing will stall first. The plane will fall in the wing that stalled first, spinning to the ground, and you have to get out of that. And the problem is the Piper Warrior is not guaranteed to get out of these maneuvers. So for that obvious reason, we cannot fly the Piper for the flight test where we have to do spins. Normally we do all these maneuvers using the Cessna just to get sharp and prepared for the flight test. But for the cross-country, building times and flying just for fun, the Piper is a great airplane that I had the pleasure to use for my night rating and a bunch of flights. And I really like that plane as well. It's enough about me talking about the planes I use. Let's talk about the differences between them. From the outside, the differences are pretty easy to spot. The Piper has a low wing and the Cessna has a high wing. The Piper is much easier to refuel. Just like in a car, you just open the fuel cap, fill it up, and you're ready to go. With the Cessna, you're probably gonna need a ladder in order to access the fuel tanks. But the good thing about the Cessna is that to check the fuel before every flight is much easier. You can get some fuel, while in the Piper you have to get under the wing, so that might be a little bit uncomfortable. Another good thing about the high wing is that for your passengers, whenever you're flying, it's a nicer view for whoever's in the plane with you. So you can see everything on the ground, you can see the houses, trees, mountains, whatever you want to see from up there. Especially for people that are flying for the first time in a small plane, it's really nice for them to get to see everything under the plane. On the other hand, the Piper is gonna block that part of the view. Not really for the ones flying in the pilot seats, because we can still see the ground right in the front of the wing. But for who's in the back, that view is completely blocked and there's not much around it unless you turn the plane so they can see whatever is over the wingtip. But for the pilots, the low wing might be something good, especially if you're flying in a busy airspace. Whenever you're making a turn, not having that wing on top like the Cessna is something really good. For example, if you're taking a turn to the left at 45 bank angle, in a Cessna you won't be able to see anything to the left of your plane because the wing is covering everything, so you need to go to the front and try to figure out what's happening. With the Piper Warrior you can see everything that's happening. It's easier to spot traffic in the air, and that makes it a bit more safe while turning. The effects of ground effect are a bit stronger in the Piper as well, for having the low wing. Whenever you're coming for a land or taking off, you're gonna feel the ground effect more than in the Cessna. If you're an adventurous person and you wanna take the plane camping, the Cessna 172 is kinda good for that. With the high wing, you can mount your tent under the wing. With the Piper, you're gonna have to set your tent next to it. If you ever thought about putting skis or floats on your plane, the Cessna is the only one that can do that. The Piper Warrior is not an option. Another good thing about the Cessna is that Cessna's 172 have 2 doors and the Piper Warrior only has 1 door. So if you're taking passengers and you're an instructor, it's kind of annoying having only 1 door because everyone needs to get in and out only from that one spot. So the wing gets pretty busy. In the Cessna it's pretty easy. Both sides have doors. It's easier to get in as well. Entering the Piper is more like entering a sports car, and the Cessna is more like a pickup truck. It's easy to get in and out. If I was to take my grandpa for a flight, I don't think he would really like getting in and out of the Piper Warrior, but the Cessna wouldn't be a problem. In my opinion, the Piper Warrior looks a bit better than the Cessna 172. It looks more like a proper plane. Cessna 172 kind of looks like a kite a little bit with that big high wings. But a benefit of the Cessna is that amount of Cessnas out there everywhere you go. It's really easy to find parts, it's really easy to find someone that knows how to operate in the plane for maintenance, because it's the most sold aircraft in the planet. Over 44,000 were made, and a lot of them are still flying, so if you want to buy one or sell, the market is bigger than the Piper Warrior market for sure. But other than that, it's just a preference thing. Is what plane you think you would like the most. Maybe you should give it a try in both of them. In my opinion, the Piper is a bit nicer to fly. Unless I need to do the flight test maneuvers, I would always choose the Piper. It feels a little bit more solid for some reason. It feels a bit heavier in the air as well, more stable if so. The interior is a little bit more comfortable, at least the Piper we use compared to the Cessnas we use. I like the Piper a little bit better. So I would say if you have the chance to try both planes while doing your flight training, go for it just to see which one you like the most, and then you can stick to one of them. If you have tried both planes, please let me know down in the comments which one you like more and the reason behind it. I would love to see what you guys think of them. And if you have any questions about the planes that I didn't mention here, please let me know down in the comments or on Instagram. I'll be happy to talk about it. I want to do more videos about different planes. I'll try to talk to one of my friends at the airport. He has a Vans RV-10, also a 4-seater. It looks like a Piper Warrior, but a little bit bigger. It has a bigger useful load, fuel capacity, and power as well. So it's a really nice airplane, and he built the plane as a kit. So he just got the parts and he built everything by hand, which is pretty cool. And he's also building another plane. So I'm gonna ask him if I can shoot a little bit of the hangar and show you guys the plane that he spent some time building. It's a beautiful plane, and I'm sure he would be excited to share with you guys. If you have any questions about flight training here in Canada or Vancouver, please send me a message on Instagram. I'll link it down below. For any questions about pilot training or student visa, I'm always here to help. And thank you guys for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I'll make a video per week every week. So I'll see you next time.